on. And a lot of people go to these live streams so they can see the chat replay. Hello? Is anybody out there? Come out wherever you are. I know somebody's out there. Hello, Moto. Hello, Moto. Is anybody there? Hey, I don't see anybody, but that's okay. That's pretty nice out where I am. Where am I? Just where am I? Well, let's see. There's a lot going on yesterday. Should I recap it all? Nah. Does anybody really care? I don't. I definitely. Whoa! Oh, is that you, PD? That is you. How's it going? How's it going, man? How's the audio here? Check, mic check. Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Well, we can make it a rerun if you want to. It's my pleasure. We aims to please, you know that. It only becomes. Oh, cool. Yeah, you know, it's like the last time I went live, and we spent a lot of time talking about some of the same old things and people because that's what you guys wanted to talk about. This is about you. YouTube. Anyway. Let's see here. I will say this. I don't encourage people to go meet up with bad intent in mind. In other words, duke 'em, fighting. Because it can turn out very ugly very quickly. You don't know if somebody is, well, first of all, if you're not mentally, physically prepared to fight, especially mentally, then you're definitely not going to be physically prepared to fight. So, it goes without saying. And you don't know if the other person's going to have, like a weapon or something on them. Could have pepper spray, common among the frauditors, if you will. Any more, maybe a pocket knife, maybe even a gun, a throw star, nunchucks, what else? Phasers, photon torpedoes, warp factor 9. You know, you never know. So it's just not a good idea. But people are going to do what they're going to do, no matter what I say. Anyway, so I'm just going out for a little walk this morning. Sorry, I'm well underway and thought, well, let's make it a little less lonely on my stroll. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's good to just get lost in the world. Meditate, gather your thoughts. I think that's part of the problem out here. Well, either that or it's what's in the air or the water, or both. I meditate. I used to remember a couple years ago, I used to do meditation streams, which some of them are still up. And I would actually do that in my editor rather than going live and just playing something. You get yourself a nice 1080 HD res collage screen. Remember that? You remember that, guys? Did that off my old laptop. Trust me, that thing's got no room. Who is this? They have a check mark. Hello there. How are you? Welcome, big streamer. That's 100. That has to be 100K plus more sub channel. So, anyways, how are you this morning? This fine morning. How did you find me? Well, never mind that. Welcome aboard. Maybe one day I'll achieve that 100K sub plaque, that silver one, but probably not. I am from the good old US of A. Somewhere. How are you? Welcome aboard. That check mark means that's a big channel. Anyway, I'm just going for a stroll. Glad you found me. Welcome. And I come from all around. You're Indonesian. Wow. Well, how are you this fine? Let's see. What time of the day is this for you? Afternoon? Bro, no, it's tomorrow. Isn't it about tomorrow already? Sounds about right. Well, anyway. Cool beans. Can anyone solve the riddle, the mystery on that scheduled live I had earlier and why I didn't go live? There's a prize if you can. If you can solve the riddle, you will win a prize. What kind of prize? The mystery prize. The mystery. If you can solve the mystery, you know where to find me. 3:50 in the PMs in that part of the world. I thought it would be getting towards evening. That's cool. Thanks for the info. Thanks for the update. Let's see here. What else is going on out here? Oh, our good old buddy Rick Crude, the one that you snuck in on a restaurant with one time. And remember that Lord Doubles Hitman guy? Vegas Vips. Hey, you had a busy day yesterday. Very busy day. That's kind of the talk of the town right now, and a million memes later. How was that experience? I mean, what better person to learn than directly from the source? Get it from the Dino's mouth, the fire-breathing dragon. I don't know. I got to see the clips. I wasn't around to see it live, and was kind of busy at work when that was all going on. Yeah, I did see that. That's definitely not the rules of boxing. I'm not a boxing expert. I'm not a boxing champion. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'll give you that. That's like urban street combat is what that is. Anyways, glad you survived it. And only you can prevent forest fires. Or something like that. I don't know, sounded good at the time. Oh, is that right? That's cool. Patriot, that's cool. I was thinking of Peachy Ryder, and I have not seen her in the longest time. I don't know what she's doing. I have no idea. Remember that Chi-Town Sue? She was, her and Joe Cool were subbed to my other channels, and those channels are sitting there frozen like a time capsule right now. Everybody hangs out here. I even made another channel. I'll put the link in my tab. A lot of people sub to it, but I haven't gone live on it yet. I don't know if I'm going to or just keep it for a backup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that. Oh, Vegas. Vips. My question for you is: are you gonna take? You still there? Are you gonna take Nunzio's offer up and go out and get a bite to eat with him? Kick it. That'd be fun. That'd be a more fun stream to watch. I think. More boring for most. Looking for action. So, anyways, well, let's see. I saw 420 Moon made a clip of it. I'm sure it's all over Discord. Man, I don't do a lot with Discord. I really don't. I see people in there. I don't know where everybody hangs out at, to be honest with you. I'm pretty gray in that area. I remember Lisa B was always saying I spend all my time in Discord. I spend very little time in Discord. Almost nothingness. I'm here more than I'd be in Discord. And, I love the people that sit there and say, hey, Abe's on YouTube all freaking day long. Am I really? Really? How would you know that unless you're on freaking YouTube all day long? Just a question. Asking for a friend. That's what I like to say. Anyway, yeah, it was so a lot of the people that were subbed those channels of mine, unless I kick them and go live sometime, they're not going to know I'm here. A lot of them. They're not going to know I'm around here. It was Vegas Vips. It was cool to see Frauder Troll get up on panel on Vegas Valleys today. Well, yesterday now. And I guess going to make you a star again. And unraveling the truth of the whole pepper spray staged ordeal. That's actually a pretty. I don't think people are gonna admit to it, especially your enemies, your arch enemies out there. But I do believe that is a hell of a return troll, if I do say so myself. Knowing that auditors are big into pepper spray. I've gotten hit with pepper spray with jobs I've had. It's not fun. Not fun at all. When I had to carry it. However, the job I work now, I do carry it, but just my personal use. I don't have any like high-grade OCs or anything like that. I just have regular Walmart bought pepper spray. And I also carry another type of pepper spray. I carry two pepper sprays. There's one that's designed for dogs. And sometimes I'm out in the field and I never know if a dog's gonna come run up on me. And, well, there it is. So, mail carriers, even though it's not what I do for a living, carry them in their vehicles or when they're in their, on their bags or whatever, when they're out delivering the mail. Because dogs chase people in uniforms. They chase motorcycles, bicycles, all that stuff, all of it. Anyway, where are we at here? Where are we at? In this speck of the world of YouTube, there's always going to be haters hating haters hating haters, hating haters hating haters. There's always going to be, always going to be, you're never going to escape it, no matter what. Gatekeepers, naysayers out there, all the above apply. And me, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really care a whole lot. Even when I had people at my panel that do, when I do, as rarely as I do panels, doesn't mean I'm besties with people that get on my panel. It doesn't mean that, I'm going to be going out to dinner with them or to a bar, getting a cup of Joe somewhere. And it doesn't always mean agree with everything I say. Because I don't agree with everything everyone says. I don't put my seal of approval on what everybody says out here. Do you? I don't. My original riddle, which nobody got the answer to, nobody got it. It was this: who is the arbiter of receipts? Who's the gatekeeper? Who's going to be Zool? Well, the answer is nobody. Well, I mean, you. You are the arbiter of your own receipts. That's it. In other words, you know what you've done in your life. You're going to develop your own opinions, biased or not, of other people's shit. And that's just that. That's just what it is. People are very quick to turn on each other out here, though, I'll tell you that much. There are the traitors, and there are the faithfuls. Remember that game show? Anyways, I think the traitors usually always win in those, don't they? Go all the way up to the very end. And there's a lot of younger players because they're less life experience, so, that's why the older people get knocked out quicker. Man, if you're 40 on up, man, you're screwed. Really. But there are a lot of traitors among us out here on the YouTube streets. Many of them I have exposed to you, and many of you did not believe me until they made their next move, manipulating everything that you do. Everything that you get to see and hear and think too. For those are the traitors of these YouTube streets. Oh. anyways, let's face it, when it comes down to, like, blame Katie, let's face it, I looked at a screenshot of her old channel that she lost, and it was actually 6.28K, not 24. So she had 6,200 subs is what she had going on that channel. If she's ever going to get to that number again, she's going to have to buy them, or it's going to take her an awful long time to build them, or both. Anyways, and that's the name of the game we play on YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to have a busy next 3 or 4 days coming my way. Won't be on here much, but that's the life of a working man. So it's hard to follow a lot of this stuff out here. I often get the highlights. I mean, even at work, I'm seeing people in Discord VCs, and I see the whole little long list of people in there, and I think to myself, what are they talking about? What's going on in there? Damn, I can't get in there because I'm going to be at work for the next 11 hours. So I'm a little preoccupied right now. I mean, I suppose I could join and just listen, but what fun would that be? You know, not being an active participant. So I really don't do much in Discord. I spend most of my time here. A lot of us OGers aren't really too, like, I don't know. We're just used to getting on YouTube and doing this the old-fashioned way, not like the mock-up of what went on in VC, and we get the condensed, watered-down version of it here on YouTube. Anyways, holy Jesus. Terrytopia he gets his 15 seconds of shame on here. He went live, and I think he had one person watching. And at one point, I was one of them for just a couple of minutes. It's, you know, if you're going to try to, that guy's intention is to even do that, but if you're trying to try to grow your channel, man, you got to make video shorts. You got to do it. That's how you do it. That, or if your name is well known out wherever you're hanging out at, and there's a large enough audience out there, that is. Otherwise, it's kind of a challenge. And the flip side of that, of course, is this. You could get a video short, you might get 1,000, you might get lucky and get 100,000 views on that thing, and all it does is give you about 30 more subs to your channel. The problem with, you got to be consistent with it. That's the problem, see? That's the problem. Freeside living in 2022 still, I see. Yet he comes on here whining and hooting and hollering about repeat shit, rerun stuff. Anyways, while he's sitting back there watching reruns of I Love Lucy and the Honeymooners, the Dick Van Dyke Show, and all that old shit like that off of Nick at Night. Anyways. Oh, I tell you. But if it's one thing we don't need any more of out here, is this. We don't need any more. Please, for the love of God, we don't need any more pseudo psychiatrists online. We've got enough of them who proudly display those high school diplomas. Oh, be Jesus. So, we have enough YouTube lawyers out here. That's for damn sure. I heard there's a lot of that on TikTok, though, more. I guess that's kind of a growing thing. I mean, I've heard these other platforms, you can grow your channels a whole lot more than you can on this thing. This shit. and I firmly believe that. I'm like, man, I've been pretty active in my channel for how long now? And was just barely able to scrape over a K subs after how long of doing this? Excuse me, thank you. May I have another? Make a double on the rocks. I swear to God. Just swear to, not at. Just to be abundantly clear on that. You don't have to be a psychiatrist to tell that people on YouTube is fucking nuts. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Oh, man, Joyce got nuts. Mounds don't. Oh yes, oh yes. There are some real wackadoos out here. Oh no. And they're among many of the ones that sit on this day and night. They sprinkle Discord, YouTube on their coffee every morning. Oh, the best part of waking up is Discord VC in your cup and YouTube bing. Good, like Nabisco. Anyways. Oh, it's hilarious. But I really don't get on a whole lot of channels. Well, at least on like the drama per se. And the drama is very vague, right? There's Krama chameleon, right? Boy George in there. No, there's some. Don't get me wrong. There's podcasters I enjoy the living hell out of, and it's relaxing. It's fun. You can get on there. You don't have a bunch of nimrods on there all talking, trying to jump on you the same stupid bullshit they were doing 3 years ago. Everybody copycats off everybody else. These were the people, I'm telling you, these were the people that were copying all the answers off the kid sitting next to him when the pop quiz came up growing up. I guarantee you. That's exactly who these people are. Anyways, did that with their, well, they did go to college. Their college entry exams, their ACTs. But you better hope to God the person you're copying off of got the answers right. Anyways, because sometimes they can change the answers or deliberately mark the wrong ones if they catch you peeking over their shoulders, and then when you're not looking, they erase it and change it back to the right answer. Just deliberately get it wrong. Yeah, that. Get your number 2 pencils handy, class. Anyways, yeah, I got a drink to that. Yeah, there are some real live ones on here. I'll tell you what, guys, though. I started looking through my old channels, particularly the Point One channel, the Honest Abe Point One channel. And a lot of that shit's private, okay? A lot of it's private. But we had some streams on there. We had some streams. And I was using the free version of StreamYard too. And we used to get 6 people up on there. I would drop just to let other people get on. Damn, man. Damn, it was crazy. Wild and crazy back then, it was. Some of the things people were saying to and about each other, even back then, man. Even back then. But it all becomes lore now. Most people have all but forgotten about that. But yeah, people used to get on my channel, man. When I would do panels, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, now I can probably get about, 3 or 4, sometimes occasionally 5. On a very extreme rare occasion, 6. I mean, there's room for 4 more. Right? Yeah, right. But, Yeah, that. But yeah, I just started slowly picking through some of the vault. A little bit there, I call it the vault. And I thought about making some of the stuff public. But nah. some of those people, unfortunately, on those panels are no longer here with us. You know, they've passed since sadly, I'll say, left us. Friend or foe, man, you know, friend or foe. It's the way it goes. And but others are still definitely widely kicking and breathing, man. But yeah, there was some good panels back then. I wish we could get back to some of that. It'd be fun. I'd like that. I mean, my channel was never about corralling anyone on it to fight. I was always very adamant about that. When I first started doing lives, they were always scheduled. Number one, it was always on Saturday and Sunday. It was pretty cheesy. Yes, it was. And it was a work in progress, just like anything else, you know. Then I found it was more fun to just sporadically go live whenever. And so that's what I started to do. And here we are today, several channels later, with those channels still online. Anyways, let's see here. COVID's is out there. He was on, where was that dude at? He was on someone's panel the other day. I'm like, oh, there he is. There he is. Listening for a little bit. He was it Andy Cruz, maybe? I don't know, one of them channels. And yeah, he was on there. Man, him and that German dude have been going at it for a long, long time. Long time. Apparently, she started striking his shit. And according to him, got him demonetized, which sucks, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty common out here, unfortunately. More often than not, if you're dealing with this kind of stuff, this kind of drama. Oh, hell yeah. But you can always get it back. You know, you can get it back. I don't know if you got to wait a certain period of time, or if you do, then I would wait till the strikes clear out, of course, and then I would start going live right away, because I know you have to rebuild your 3,000 watch hours or whatever it is. 3,000, 4,000 leagues beneath the sea, whatever it is, to go do it again. But as luck would have it, you do drama panels where everyone's cussing each other out and threatening to blow each other's houses up and obliviate each other to kingdom come and all of that. And some of the select choice language out there, you know, make you feel like you're a sailor aboard the mighty ship of Gilligan's Island, the SS Meadow. Yeah, that. Kind of tends to sort of demonetize your shit pretty quickly, just saying. It really, I will say this for the dude, though. I will say this for him. He was pretty much one of the early, I think he was probably one of the first ones to monetize, if not the first one to monetize. I mean, he does a wealth of different areas, a lot of Krama stuff. Got some crazy Wiccan chicks in there. Even Kim Kimball's, if you remember her. And I that's somebody, you know, she used to hang out with that Virgo Triad over in Lisa B's, you know, and man, I could never talk to her. That Black Rose 2143. Again, we're doing commentary. Hey, that rhymes. Cool. Would always throw me backstage and crank my volume all the way down and all that shit. And she learned that from a little Huckleberry. What's her channel? Is it? What are the numbers of her channel? I forget. Took all of her stuff and took it down off the internet after the 007 ordeal. Anyways, yeah, that. But you know, 3224, is that what it is? Anyway, I think that's what it might be. So, That's not. You went live. I think remember you went live just over a year ago. It was just over a year ago or so. Maybe a year and a half ago, tops. You went live, and I showed up I actually got on your panel. So if you still have access to your StreamYards, or at least that live stream on YouTube, because I know the unpaid version doesn't store it. Yeah, you'll find me there. I was there. I was still there. In my vault, I found a receipt from February 2nd of 2021, and I put it up on my Kimmy tab, and that's an unedited receipt. The only thing I did to that, and that was way back then, was I put a date stamp on the thing in green, lime green lettering. That's the only thing I did to that screenshot to alter it. That way everyone would know, and I would know exactly when that was. Anyways, since people love talking about shit that went on panels 3 to 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, what the hey, right? Hey, what's good for thee is good for me, right? That's right. I mean, really, none of this is going to matter in the course of time. Nobody's going to care. Nobody. How many people are going to this live stream 5 years from now, if it's still up, and go, hey, you remember when that Abe guy used to go for morning strolls at, 4 a.m., 3 a.m., and sit there and, just carry on about whatever? Nobody's going to care then, I can assure you. Anyways, welcome back. How you doing? I want to ask you a question, if I may. Do you have the silver? I think it's silver. Is it silver or whatever YouTube plaque? If you get 100K subs or more, you get that plaque, I believe. I think you do. So, just curious. If you do, cool for you. Kudos to you. Maybe I'll do a panel. I'll tell you what, stick around. No, you don't got it? Oh, man. Man, bummer. I don't know all the parameters you got to meet for that. But sometime maybe if I do a panel, you can come up and kind of give us a lowdown on how you got yourself to 100K. I haven't got your channel yet, but I know with that special check mark you got right there, which you can't, mimic in just emoji, that you are definitely 100K. So that's cool, though. That's cool. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you're here. I have always said I've always underappreciated my audience. Hey, Golden Eyes, how's it going? Good morning to you. We have a fan here from Indonesia. Another speck of the world. That's pretty cool. But the secrets to unlocking the mysteries of Sweet So Delicious lies in golden eyes. Honestly, whoever that person is, whoever is behind that account, has got a lot of embedded history of everybody out here, including myself. So I don't know who that person is. Is it Tyler Durden? Is it not Tyler Durden? Nobody really knows for sure. How many licks does it take to get center of a Tootsie Pop? Let's find out. 1, slurp. 2, slurp. 3, crunch. 3. There you go. There's your answer right there. So, oh, I tell you, just going for a walk here. To me, this is part of my soup for the soul. Is just going for a stroll. I know some busy days are coming up in my work life, so this is a great way to just sort of breathe in, breathe out, and just relax. You know what I mean? It's just nice. I like to just get out here and chill. Honestly, that's what I enjoy the most. Just getting out here and just chilling out, having a good time. Not more of the same old bullshit we've heard time and time again. people becoming repeaters of everybody else. I'm still hearing from people in my community tab about shit that went on YouTube panels. In some cases, channels I haven't even thought of in at least 3 years plus, at least 3 years, if not longer. Swear to God. I hadn't thought of that Glenn Lambright guy for quite a while. I mean, he was a good friend of mine. Don't get me wrong, and he still is. But I just don't hardly get him. Oh, I'm just going for a morning walk. I'm always up this early, But I mean, hey, early bird gets the worm, right? But yeah, that dude was pretty cool. But yeah, it was hard. It was Rick Rude, the Salty Rant guy, were kind of tag teaming it, going after him. Once upon a time, before they had their fallout, and that was actually when I was like I've talked about before. That was actually when I was live doing a panel, and Truthfinder was out floating around. Oh, is he really? Well, I'll tell you what. If you talk to him, tell him I said hi. Sure did miss the guy, but that's kind of unfortunate what those guys did to him to bully him off of here. Is exactly what they did. Anyway, and there was other people contributing to it too, kicking that can down the road. Don't get me wrong, but that Nemesis goes live a lot. Oh man, does he go live a lot? And I get it. As long as he doesn't keep nuking his channels, maybe people will find him. Yeah, Glenn's a cool guy. He is 100% deaf. He cannot hear anything, and he listens. What it is he has a hearing device, and it allows him to feel vibrations of people's voices. It allows him to be able to hear, make out what's being said, decode it. He was born that way. Did you know that? And that's truth. That's the honest to God truth about Glenn Lambright. There's been no activity on that dude's channel in 3 years? Or close to it? It's got to be 3 years now. Maybe we've surpassed it, actually. It's been quite a while. But, yeah. Been quite a while. What else is going on out there? I was wondering, I think he had already left already, if Vegas Vips had any plans on meeting up with Nunzio and maybe doing the beer tradition thing or grabbing a bite. That's one of the things he said to him before he left, where they separated, went their separate ways. I'm glad that thing didn't turn out horribly wrong, if you catch my drift. It certainly could have. Yes, it could have, might have. And it didn't, though. Yeah, Nunzio did jump on him and start, I guess, choking him out a little bit before letting up, but he did throw him a towel and gave him some water, I guess, so there is that. Not like people pulling up on other people uninvited, which we've seen that happen before, and luckily it didn't turn out horribly wrong there either. But you just never know how stuff like it's gonna go, Let me think here. I don't know what else is going on out here. I was gonna say something else. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. Let's see. I saw Swedish Sugar get up and go at that silly Wabbit dude. He used to roll with Black Rose. 21843 is commentary Not stalker. Stalker, is it stalkery or stalkerish? I don't remember which. That's kind of the buzzword I've seen. It's kind of been going around. Everybody's stalking everybody. It's kind of funny. It's how these buzzwords get started and passed around. I mean, hey, I'm just as guilty. I honestly had no idea that the term "iced out" I didn't coin it, but when I kind of introduced or whatever, that it would take off. Rebel started to use it like a mad dog. Yeah, he did. I invited that kid up on my panel the last time I did one, and he came in the chat under a sock account, made one single comment. That's all he did. He was in Vegas Valley's chat yesterday, and somebody whacked him, and didn't see him again. Of course, I was in and out listening in the, 9 hours, or how long did that thing go for? Man, I got a lot of stuff done. Wrapped up work. I went shopping, which I don't really care to do a whole lot, but I'm a people watcher. It's fun to watch people. Sometimes. Not when they're ugly, though. Especially not when they're oogly. If you know what I mean. So, yeah. There is that. Yeah, just a lot of people mild side of YouTube. Hey, BK is up in the house, man. Who pulled up on who? Vegas Vips and Nunzio met up in a park they met at the day before. This time with boxing gloves, and in Las Vegas, because he's from Florida, isn't he? From Florida somewhere, and kind of had it out there. That's what happened. So go to 420 Moon's channel. I know she clipped it. If you're not in Discord, I mean, there's so many different servers out there. Does anybody know if Squishy the cat made a new Discord server or not? I don't know if she did or not. I know Andrew changed his name, his one to like 2.0 to what's it called? The Trap House 2.0. But anyway, anybody know what's going on in the mass hole one? Anybody in that one? The newer one she's got, Kate. Harry Balls kicked me out of that thing again. That would have been last year sometime, and you know he would do that, and that's not trolling. That's all based off his feelings. Guy can't control his feelings, so he gave me the boot. He kicked me out of that first one about 3 or so months before it went down, so I was not there when the thing got nuked and disappeared from the world one last time. I'm sorry you're in pain. That sucks, man. That sucks. Hope you feel better, or get better, or at least don't get any worse, right? So yeah, man, that's cool. That's not so cool. Not so cool. I know. Here comes a big truck. So if we can figure out where the truck is, you know where I am. There he goes. Anyways, where's I at? It's getting to be that time of the morning with the hustle and the bustle. See, that's why I like getting up early in the morning, going for a walk. You don't have everybody, cars everywhere, and it's just peaceful and quiet, and you can just gather your thoughts and chill out. You know what I mean? So that's what I like. That's what I like to do best. I mean, those screaming panels, all those, like back in 2023 and 4, especially 24. God, that was the year of all years. It's just the people screaming at the top of their lungs. And it just sounds like stadium noise. It's a big turnoff, actually, for most people, because you can't hear shit from Shinola about what's going on in that panel. You can't hear a thing. People on the StreamYard side can hear much more clear than all the screaming, because there's like this time delay, and by the time that video, that audio feeds over on the YouTube side, it's already been like a 6-7 second delay, and they take the bandwidth and they crunch it. It's like crushing a soda can, man. Squeezing a peanut butter and jelly sandwich through a straw, man, and watching it just come out the other end. Ooh, yuck, nasty. Who want that? That's why the YouTube side always sounds like that. How you doing, MJ? Cool avatar. I like that. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my show. Anyways, you'll notice I just changed the color of this avatar, which has never been changed on this channel. That thumb blue crime scene avatar I got there. I have never once ever changed the avatar on this channel. This one's been around for about 6 years now, almost 5.5 years. It was like 2020 I made this one, something like that. I've never changed the avatar. Never changed it once. Never, ever, ever. I'm never going to either. Never going to. I made the 2-point Honest Abe Backwards channel a couple weeks ago, and it's got like I think it's purple avatar. I just found the original avatar I got right off this channel. I changed the color, and I thought that looked better than that awesome face one that I'm not using. You know what? No, I am using that one on a couple of my other channels, but they just said I have so many different channels, I can't keep track of them. I can't. I'm gonna make you blue. I'm gonna tell you something. This is a gift that keeps giving. Somebody once told me, you give out too many ranches. I'm like, no. It's the gift that keeps giving. What I giveth, I can taketh away. And I hate to taketh away. Even like Prime, I hated taking that dude's ranch. I hated doing it because he gets blocked. Somebody blocked his original account, and he came up on the panel telling me about it. And I went in there and I had to unhide him. Why? Because Prime abuses his powers, man. And he starts timing the living shit out of everybody, man. He times everybody out when he gets into like one of his mod manics, I'll call it. You know what I mean? He gets into a mod manic, and then he just, he starts timing everybody out, and he won't stop until you pull the dude's wrench. So that's why I take it, and I just, and then he gets whacked in the chat. People knock him out, and I don't want him to really get knocked out either. Spamming in a chat, okay? I get it, but I guess I come from a more tolerable generation, like some of us do out here. We're a little bit more tolerable of it. We don't, like, flip a gourd because somebody's in the chat just, timing people out, per se. Because we grew up with, like, AWOL chat rooms and shit where Yahoo groups or what's that one, Google Hangouts, where people could just sit there and spam away and you couldn't do anything about it. You just got used to it. I mean, I grew up with it. It doesn't really bother me that much. It really doesn't bug me. I mean, it's not hurting anything or anyone. It might get annoying at best, but, I'm just talking about spamming. I'm not talking about doxing and people making, like, threats against other people, things like that, you know what I mean? And that. Crafty Cat's in the house. What are you doing today? But anyways, yeah, I've widely just kind of stuck to my own guns out here lately. Mostly just hanging out on my own channel. I'll go around and watch other people's stuff. Sometimes I'll just pop in and say hi. How you doing? Oh, somebody blocked my my new backup channel on Vegas Valley's channel, man. They blocked it. Outright blocked it. Can you believe that? Man. Mods are just ruthless. They're definitely some rogue mods out there. Oh, Black Rose 21843 for commentary. She blocked me as soon as I came on Lisa's channel, just to tell her why I don't get on her channel anymore. What a bitch! She is. Yeah, I got somebody gave me screenshots of that, but they weren't a mod. I missed it, so I didn't get the actual timeout where she blocked me, over there. Like, F you, Who says lightning strike the same place twice, right? Dang. Just got sizzled. Got fried. Well, it does. And Black Rose is back to be a managing moderator there over on Lisa B's. So she can rule the rooster once again. So she can have it. She can have it. I don't care. I really don't care. But it's funny to watch history repeat itself. It really is. We see it all over. We see best friends become arch enemies. We see it flip around. All kinds of things. Remember that Rebel? We were talking about Rebel a little bit ago. Man, he's like rooting for all the people that did all kinds of IRL shit to him, just to hate bond with them against other people he doesn't like. See what I mean? That's exactly what that dude's doing. And he really did have. I'll tell you that Queen Wasp and that Nemesis. Man, them two are real good. They were real good friends of that dude's for a spell, and then he turned on him. He burned him, man. He burned him. But never forget the first time I put a comment in his chat back in good old 22. Over 4 years ago now. And the first thing he did is he saw my comment in the chat, and he sat there and said, "Hey, we got us a tonic spy." That's what we got. I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. None whatsoever. Not even so much as a clue. I knew of him. I didn't know him per se. But yeah, he's like, "Oh yeah, here comes one of the shit show spies." And that was because that dude Tonic Sales, he put a bunch of comments in his chat, kind of trolling him and shit, like he does or did at the time anyway, and still does. Don't get me wrong. And then Rebel instantly thought he sent me over to his channel. He was that paranoid. He still is. He still is all this time later. And my question for him was then, as it is now, 4 years later, is like looking back at from where you started, where it all began, to where you are today, and sitting here arguing relentlessly with people on the internet. I mean, how far in life do you feel this has gotten you? Because he's not working or anything like that. And he's in the situation he's in, whatever the hell it is. And that's not a question for me to answer, man. That's up to him. That's for him. I mean, don't get me wrong. People relentlessly, fucked around with me for how long? Now they did that. They done that for how long was it? Exactly. But see, I was working. Even then, I was working. I was just living my life, doing my thing. So, like that Mike Cerrone, I don't think that guy works either, does he? I don't think he does. And if he does, he's doing a very good job of keeping it, anyone from finding out, which is exactly what you really should do on here, right? Right. And that dude, he lives with his parents, and how old is this guy? Is it like 50 years old now or something? 51, 52, 53, 54, 5. However old this guy is. I know he's older than me. not as much now. I don't see as much now. But for how long, this guy was screaming at the top of his lungs, like in his outside, I'm assuming his backyard, front yard, wherever he is, outside, screaming at people on the internet. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ be with you, sister. Hallelujah. The Holy Grail. So I've just gotten to the point now in my life. And listen, if Rebel, I don't wish this kid to be homeless. I don't want to see this kid homeless. I don't want to see anybody homeless at all. I wish the world were a better place where we didn't have that going on, especially with veterans and, war veterans and stuff that are homeless. That's some bullshit right there. How's it going, Hebrew? What's going on, dude? Hey, I have a question for you. Did you DM Rada? Did you DM that dude and tell him I said he made some kind of videos or some shit like that? I'm just curious. Is that how he wound up on my channel, or was that just coincidence that dude went up on my channel? I mean, honestly, I really don't care either way. I'm just curious. I did get that dude, though. I'm actually kind of glad he came up. You know why? Because he got my panel, and he kept trying to go at me saying I took the money from Zero for a longboard, and I scammed him and used the money for other shit. Then, only then, later in the stream, he slipped out that I bought all the parts for the board and put it together, which I did, and just didn't ride the thing. Big difference there, buddy. Gotcha. There was a long pause out of that dude on my channel, on my stream when he did. So I'm glad he got on my channel, and I was able to get one up on him like that. So, anyways, I actually built another longboard with my own money. I put $80, I think it was $85 in that board I built before, which I still have. Then I spent, how much did I spend? I spent like another like 100 and, I don't know, like 50 or 60 or so, not a whole heck of a lot. And I went and built another board, a second board. It's like two of them. It's a twofer. That's a twofer right there. Then I saw one at Wally World that was on clearance, like right at the end of last, let's see, when was this? Would have been the 2000, a couple of years ago. This is 24. So 24. We're in 26 now, right? Plowing through it. 24. So, yeah, I kind of figured that, Hebrew. I know you. You're kind of like me, a jokester like me, Why take this shit serious? I don't know who the other guy was talking. Some guy was talking smack or something on your panel the other day, and I'm just like, yeah, here we go again. More of the same. Stupid people on the internet that don't know. There's more types of police out there than county sheriffs and municipal city and state troopers. There's a lot of police out there. You guys would be surprised. A lot of them. The railroad ones have federal powers. You're lucky I let you on my channel. That's gas control, Rich. All the effed up foul shit you've said about me. You're lucky I let you on here. You've got a wrench. Consider yourself lucky, but watch it. Watch your P's and Q's. Just to forewarn you. That lady Diana, I guess she went live, was it like a week or two ago? I have not had a chance to go over to her channel and see any of it. I've been too busy, and the way it's going now, I'm not going to be able to do anything for the next 3 or 4 days. No joke either, and I don't know. I hadn't seen her go live in, at least 5 or 6 months, maybe longer. But yeah, I love it when people try to pit whatever she says on her channel with me or whatever. I don't. She does her own thing. I don't control her channel. She says what she says. You don't like it, you got a problem with her, you know where to go. Go talk to her about it. Just like anybody else on here, I'm not here representing, I'm not anybody's booking agent, nobody's butler, personal secretary, I'm not the maid. This isn't like Clue, or, anything like that. I don't keep track of people's channels and what they say and what they do. I just don't have time for it. I wish I did, but I don't. Off cue, I heard, again, this is just through the grapevine, I heard that there was a little bit of a turmoil going on with the Ambien girls. Does anyone know anything about that? I'm just curious. I don't know if that be true or not, but if they are, that's unfortunate. When before Truth Finder did what he did, and I really wish the kid wouldn't have done this. I really wish he would have done this when he took down that channel. He did. He took down. He took Ambien and alcohol down. Is what he did. He took that channel down, and he took down Dutchie's channel, Pathetic Cult Diaries channel. He took that one and knocked that thing out of orbit. He actually knocked the shit show offline for, oh God, what was it, like a couple of months or more? A couple months at least, or a month? I don't know, at least a good month. And then AC got it back. I remember that. But the Ambient channel never did return, and neither did Pathetic Cult Diaries channel. Now, don't get me wrong. I was blocked from both of them channels really early on. That was the era of timeout and block Abe. Is what that was. It was the Ice Age for Honest Abe. Hey, that's me. But it was still. When those three were together doing their thing, I mean, it was entertaining. I used to sit and watch it. It was entertaining. I sat and watched it. I tuned in to what was all going on, mostly talking about, that was kind of in the early heyday when Mike Cerrone was first getting intro to stuff around, after he first came off of good old Dr. Dave's channel. And they were some of the earliest ones to cover him, side being on Vegas Valleys. I do remember that. I do. Yeah, they blocked me. And then later, they got taken down. Now, there was a second channel that was Ambient and Alcohol 2.0. I know that they... one of them made that channel. I know Menthols is Squishy's current channel. I know that. Wicked Weenie has a channel with no content on it. It's blank. Doesn't go live on it as far as I know. She did. I'd be blocked in a second. Who emailed who? I'm confused. No, emailed... I don't know who emailed to. I'm talking about, or are you talking to somebody else? I'm talking about the old Ambien and alcohol days. But see, they kind of split apart a little bit. Like what's her name? Squishy kind of hung out with Rada more after she was hanging with him. Wicked hanging out with Corrosive. Commentary. And don't get me wrong. It's all good and well for them. I mean, who am I to say? Again, you do you, boob. I mean, I'm nobody telling anybody what they can't do, who they can hang out with and stream with, and whatnot. But I'm just kind of reminiscing, like the shit show. I mean, the whole dynamics was way different, even just a couple years ago or so. There was a lot of 1A stuff in there, a lot of 1A. Now they're kind of covering the 90 days in or something, kind of community with that, what's her name? what's her name? They're always talking about her. The crazy lady. What's her name? Brain fart. Jen. Genuinely Jen. They're always talking about, she's one of them. I think that's kind of died down some. There was that guy. He got on my channel a couple times. That guy did. I did a video short on him. That one guy who's always drinking alcohol. Shit. Can't even remember that guy's name. You know what I'm talking about. The William Brooklyn. William Brooklyn dude. This is a single stream. Yes, it is. I'm going for a morning stroll. Cutting up by probably about 5 miles now. I kicked the stream about halfway in. Probably about what? About 2 miles in. Something like that. 2.5 miles in. But what the hell? If I don't go live now, then I'm not going to be on here for like 3 or 4 days. So what the hell? What the hell? I just kicked it. Let's see here. The other guy who used to go live was at Tommy D. He used to go live a lot. So did the Cheesehead 414. Remember him? He used to go live a lot. Those two guys. They used to get some big audiences. They both did. Did some big panels. They did. But, you know, I don't think they really, either of them go live really at all, do they? I don't think so. Yeah, it's just like the old Abe Haters Anonymous, or Unanimous Club. The Abe Nayers for short. You know, a lot of those people, they don't go live anymore on their channels because, I mean, it's kind of boring just talking about me all the time. I would think anyway. There's not a whole hell of a lot to sit there and talk shit about me for day and night, relentlessly for two and a half years, something like that. I'm probably one of the most boring people on earth to sit and talk about. And I like it that way. I do. But eventually, you know, you lose your smoke and your fire. You know, the candle wick just about is down there at the nub, the end of the candlestick, and it just slowly fades away and goes out on its own. Then it's one and done. It's gone. Now and forever. Forever is a very long time, let me tell you. But don't get me wrong, I'm flattered people did what they did. You know, I'm being facetious there. Talking mad shit about me in server after server and channel after channel for the longest time. But they did. And where are they now? I mean, they're still out there. I see them popping around. But man, they don't really go live anymore. You know, they don't really go live. They don't, I don't know why. They just don't do it, I guess. I honestly believe, then as I do now, if you don't have anything in common with the people you're really hanging with, other than just like hating on one person, which is exactly what this was, eventually, yeah, the passion is gone and the flames die down. And becomes the end of an ending. For some, most, all. But, like I said earlier, one thing I did do for a lot of you is I exposed some of the traitors out here. Some of the traitors who people thought were among the faithful until they got stung. Next, that is. The top of that list is Blame Katie. Yes, her. And yes, she did do her very first live streams, mostly on me in Rebel City. Just like COVID's when he first went live too, the same thing. Yes, he did. Now, these two have been around a long time. She was still around. Oh, Stella. Stella. Are you talking about, which Stella are you talking about, though? Are you talking about the Stella Vans? The one that we've sadly lost? Who I never really got to know, but I just knew of her? Or are you talking about the other Stella? The one that would get into screaming matches with me on a couple panels. And every time I kind of I called her bluff on receipts, the answer was always, dun dun dun, deep in my server, dun dun. What an easy scapegoat. Not the other one, Abe. You talking about the Vans one? That was kind of part of the like the auditing or cop watching side. That one, yeah, I never really got to know her, just of her. So, but I could say we've lost several people. One of my old enemies out here is she wasn't really part of the Abe hate movement, really. She was just sort of got hung up in it by proxy, I would say, was Betsy Peeler. Does anybody remember her? I'm a Patriot. If you're out here, you would. Crafty, I'm sure you do. Yeah, Betsy Peeler. The one thing that she did, and I will say this to my dying day for her, even though her and I never, ever saw eye to eye. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I would say never ever got along, per se. She did not like me at all. Never bothered to get to know me. Obviously, sort of based off of what other people, were kind of feeding her about me. But one thing that she did is this. She would let me get on her panel. I had gotten on her panel at least 3 or 4 times. At least. And she would never mess with my microphone. She would never throw me in the basement. She never cranked my audio down. Like what happened was going on with, that's why I stopped getting on Lisa B's channel, because she was doing that to me one too many times. And I said enough is enough. And then yanking my wrench to play games. But again, not my channel, not my say. Now, here's the thing to this. The thing to this is, she would let me get on her channel. There's several times I was on there for well over an hour, maybe 2 hours, with these people. When I say these people, I mean the haters. And she didn't fuck with my microphone, never threw me backstage, not even once. So I will give credit, again, where credit is due. Another person that I wouldn't really necessarily say, I wouldn't say she hated me or liked me either way. I really don't know. I don't know. But I do know this. She used to hang out with some of my old enemies, at the time. She did, but I did not know this. She was subbed to my channel, a couple of my channels, not this one, because I wasn't using this one until recent times, and did not know that until I went back and I checked the public subscribers list, and bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bada bing. There she was. There she still is. A lady known who had not done panels in a very, very, very long time. Very long time. Known as Mama Bubbles. So she passed away, sadly. Cancer got her. Her son had posted on her community tab about that. Was a couple of years ago. But she never said anything ill about me. She never did. Yep, Mama Bubbles, that was her. It was M-A-M-A though, not M-O-M-A, I believe. I have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it is. So there was that. let us see here. I mean, so just get kind of a lowdown of some of the people that were either in or around the Hate Abe circle. Flying Monkey, of course, would be another one of them. Yes. And I've spoken about her because, well, I mean, hey, if you're going to talk about her in my chat, well, I'm going to talk about her in my panel. See how that works? And then if you're going to scream we shouldn't talk about her, then you shouldn't have brought her up in my chat to begin with, or in my panel. So there's that. But I did not do to her what she did to me. Let me repeat that. I didn't do to her what she did to me. She got on my panel more than once. And every time that she got on my panel, I never messed with her microphone. I didn't kick her backstage. I didn't put a 3-minute timer on her. Well, everybody else got to say whatever the hell they wanted to say as long as they wanted to say it. I didn't play any of those games with her. None of them. Didn't time her out in my chat. She's still got a wrench. Well, her channel got hidden, I think, by her daughter-in-law. But I presume, but I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that did. But she had a wrench on my channel. No, I could easily make those public again, where she's on my panel, and you got the whole, I don't know what you call them, Lisa B gang, all going at it, hot and heavy. When her and Black Rose 2843 for commentary, we're all going at it, thick and thin, or more like thick and thicker. Yeah, when those two are going at hot and heavy, there she is. She got my panel. And I let her say whatever she wanted to say, as long as she wanted to say it. And I didn't even interrupt her. Not even one time I did not interrupt her. Bam, imagine that. I don't give a shit, Critical and Kev. You guys, I can talk about whoever I want, whenever I want, because it's commentary. You guys do it. So guess what? Honest Abe gets to do it too. See how that works? If you don't like it, well, all I can say is don't let the door hit you, or the good Lord split you on the way out. That's all I have to say to that. So, no, I have never played those games. I remember the Pink Boberto coming around my channel, and we get my panel and have their audio just like everyone else is cranked as high as it would go. I shit you not, to 200. I have screenshots of this still. And Berto would crank their mic all the way up, manual, all the way up, as high as it could go. And they shut off the filters, or any of the audio there's a couple of boxes you can check on there to kind of filter the audio a little bit. And depending on if you're using a high quality studio mic or not. And Berto had every single one of those check boxes unchecked. How's it going, TOS Skitsy? Good morning to you. Good afternoon, wherever you may be. But anyways, so Berto would get my panel, and their audio was so loud, it was clipping. In other words, it was like choppy. It would start getting choppy and cutting in and out. And it was not as noticeable on the StreamYard side as it was on the YouTube side. Because again, you're compressing the audio, the bandwidth from StreamYard to YouTube. That's why StreamYard takes up so much bandwidth. That's why I could never use it like doing what I'm doing now, walking around. I would just be roboting like mad all over the place. So I would turn their audio down to 100. I tried to first click it to automatic, and that was no good for them. Then I turned it down to 100. Within about 10 seconds or less, Berto would have it cranked up back to 200 all over again. Other than that, I actually, after I turned their audio down, I announced that I was turning their audio down. It's not like I did that sneakily. I wasn't like a schneidely whiplash and just hiding behind the scenes and playing with Pink Birdo's audio. People have said that Birdo's around, just in different places. As far as any truth or validity to that, I have no idea. I think for a spell, Birdo was hanging out in a couple different areas, but I don't think they are anymore. I could be corrected on that, but I don't think they're around anymore. That's just my opinion. You take it, leave it for whatever it's worth. You can order an extra side of fries. Reminds me, there is a channel out there called, what is it called? The number 2 with fries, I think it is. I've watched that guy's streams. Totally different, whoever they are, area of YouTube. But is it number 2 with fries? Like, what a genius name for a YouTube channel. I swear to God. Number 2 with fries. Perfect. And then you're using like a McDonald's avatar or some shit like that. Abso-freaking-lutely hilarious. So, anyway, I don't think Birdo's around anymore. I have heard different people say that Birdo was somebody using a voice disguiser. And if that be true, I would kind of question why people, why haven't they decoded their audio yet? If they were, because I really don't know. I mean, it could very easily be true that was somebody using a voice disguiser. Maybe not. Maybe not. There's a couple times their audio got kind of messed up, but I mean, that could easily be attributed to just, StreamYard. I mean, this phone I'm using now, which is a Motorola phone, has that same old school audio cutting or clipping is. It's like where you get this kind of swooshing noise after a while, and the only way to get rid of it is to drop and come back on. Now they have the other problem with the iPhones, where if somebody drops and you're on an iPhone, you lose all the audio. You can't hear anybody. And then if somebody else is on an iPhone, then someone else drops and comes back up, and you come back up. The same problem for them. StreamYard, which is owned by Bending Spoons, doesn't seem to give 2 shits about fixing the problem. And if they are, they're sure taking a sweet time. Hell, they haven't even fixed the naked avatar thing since they first came out. You notice that? Have not. That is still an ongoing issue with StreamYards. Have they fixed it? No. Are they going to fix it? Hell no. I mean, they've had, 8 years, is it? 7, 8 years to fix it? Still haven't fixed it, but they changed that little duck icon that they use to an outline of one instead. I guess to try to make it more modernized. I'm like, oh, goody! You guys have kind of a cool space age, sleek-looking logo now, don't you? Oh, yes, you do. But you can't fix any of the other shit that's been broken down and not working. In fact, now we've added to the mayhem with a newer series of iPhones and haven't fixed the naked avatar. And we still have the same problem with certain model phones with the swooshy microphone noise on panels. Has not been fixed. So glad to see you guys are sort of not on it. Maybe I should go to Avmux. But the problem with that is, going to that, the audio is really superb. It has, even with the free version, it gives you 1080 HD. It does. It gives you 10 panelists. It gives you overlays. Well, I don't know if it still does or not. It used to. When it first came out, it gave you everything, all the advanced features for free. But the problem with it is this. Here's the problem. The paid version of Avmux, because I hate Restream.io. I hate it. It kicks most people on mobile devices off of a live stream because of audio issues. It's like issues with audio that's a little too peaked or too high, and it's instead of like adjusting it and doing like StreamYard does, where it compresses that audio, it's like, nope, you're done, kick. So I hate Stream.io. I hate it. For that very reason. Evmux, however, would be a better option. It's only $19 a month, I think. But last I checked, maybe that's changed. I don't know. I don't think so. And the problem is, with the paid version, you're done after 6 hours. So if you want to do a streamathon, where YouTube lets us go up to, what is it, 12 hours max now of recording? I mean, you could stream as long as you want. You could stream for the next, umpteen years for all they care. But they're only going to, once you end it, they're only going to record the first 12 hours of it. That's what sucks. So, do or die. So, symbolically, of course. But it's just like, the only reason I got paid StreamYards, the only reason is they were doing a bunch of specials on it over the spring and the summer of last year. And they were offering it, if you paid up for the full year, $19 a month, boom. So I got it for $19 a month by paying for the full year. It's like $241 or some shit like that. So I got it. And, do I keep it? I don't know if I will or not. I really don't know. It depends on a couple things. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's not like when I first got on here and started this journey with a lot of you. And, this show would not be possible without viewers like you. So, don't get me wrong. But there are so many different people that are streaming now. If you're going to try to, be a tail ender or, an in-betweener, like I try to do, it's almost near impossible now because there's so many different people that are streaming. And if they're streaming, everybody's over there. You're not going to have even half your audience on your channel, guaranteed. So there really isn't a need for me to stream. Like back in good old 23 and 24 when I first started going and streaming. When I first started streaming, it was small pickings. In other words, there's only a little handful of channels that would stream, and even less of them that would do it regularly. And now it's kind of flipped to 180, where a lot of the channels that used to stream relentlessly only stream once in a while. And there's a whole new, gaggle of streamers that are doing it. And I guess as the world turns, so are the days of our lives. But I mean, you know what I mean? It's honestly not as prevalent as far as the number of streamers need to, the streamers that didn't used to stream or that used to stream a lot don't stream as often now, because there's always going to be those other ones to take their spot every time. Always. So, you know what I mean? It's so the need to, if I quit streaming altogether, if I just said, done with it, my channel's going to go virtually dead. It's going to become Tales from the Crypt. You remember that? And Mystery Science Theater 3000, which back in the good old 90s followed it. And some Beavis and Butthead. Don't forget Ren and Stimpy in there. But King of the Hill didn't come around until after the millennium anyway. Didn't it? I think it did. But anyways, The Simpsons, man, that cartoon started in what was it, 1988 or 89? Some shit like that. Long time. Man, long time. That cartoon series, that thing started around the time Cops started, and Roseanne, and a lot of those shows, sitcoms in the latter part of the 80s, into the 90s or early 90s. like 1990. Anyways, let's see here. Or Rescue 911. That one came out. I think that came out in 1989 because I think that's the year 911 first came out. Now, not my hometown. My hometown is not what you think it is. Okay, but the Illinois city that I had lived in for the longest time didn't get it until 1991. So I remember it was 91 when they finally got it. Other than that, you used to have those orange stickers, those bright fluorescent orange stickers on your phones with all the 7-digit numbers on there for police and fire and medical and all that BS. Yeah, those are the days. Anyways, even when 911 first came out, you see those stickers on phones. People just weren't used to it yet. Or over in Europe, they use 999. You know, I would think 999 would be easier than 911, but I guess they figured it's easier to accidentally dial or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think maybe worse or something. I don't know. You got me on that one. So, anyways, 17 people out there with us this morning. So anyway, it's good to see you guys with us. Good to see you, and hope all's well wherever you may be among us. But no, I do enjoy solo streaming. I'll be honest with you. Usually a lot more than panel streaming because panels just go to hell in a handbasket really quickly. And we'll just get the same people on there doing the same routine. Like we didn't see that one coming. Abe trolling and all that BS. And it just gets old. It's just old. It's been way overused, overkilled. Nobody even cares anymore. Nobody even cares. People are covering other stuff, other people. The drama and all that has completely changed. A lot of the key players have changed, if you will. Those who hold the most magical of wands have long since surrendered them to other people. So when you solo stream like this, like I'm doing now, you get to say what you want to say. You don't have people on there to like completely derail it. That's what I don't like about doing large panels, is you get people on there to completely derail the thing and fuck it all up. And I hate that. I would love to get a panel of people on and actually having people like contributing to what is being said or talked about, whatever the hell it is. I don't care. And actually just like, rather than just people all doing the same bullshit. You know, we've been doing this for the last 4 fucking years. And a lot of times when I go live, I'm just not in the mood for it, to be honest with you. I'm just like, yeah, we did that for 3 years straight, and I'm just moving on. And if you can't not move on, then guess what? You're shit out of luck, SOL. Don't know what to tell you, but no, I will eventually do a panel again, but I do them very rarely, very sporadic, indeed, to say the least, and that's because there's a couple factors. Again, one, what I just highlighted. 2, there's so many other streamers. 3, the drama communities, as it would be, as large, is widely fragmented now. When I say fragmented, people have gone their separate ways. There's this totally different key players involved in it now than there would have been, 2 or 3, 4 years ago, or longer. So that's pretty much that. That and letting Prime on your panel to drop a few choice words to try to get your stream taken down, and then you have to make it private and all this and all that, because people will do it. They'll go back and try to grab those timestamps, and they'll try to get your video taken down. We see it time and time again. It still goes on today. And just think, go back to 2023, or even 24. Hell, even last year, 25. Look at how many channels have been completely vaporized off the platform because of strike wars. Strike wars have, if there's the number one sole blamer to some of the stuff that's going on, that, you know, where we've seen kind of a shift or change, you know, of groups out here per se, I would definitely attribute it to the strike wars. Most definitely. The strike wars have taken people off of the platform. They have brought people slowly back to the platform. And then when they come back to the platform, they're not streaming on their own like they used to, or videos. And it's just kind of a bummer. Erases all the history. You know, like when you time somebody on the chat, then guess what? So goes their comments. They're all gone. Even if you just hit somebody for 10 seconds, every comment they've made up to that point and prior is gone forever. It does not reappear on the chat replay. I don't know why people were saying that it did, but I can assure you it does not. And the problem, when you get someone like Prime on your panel, or whoever it is, I'm not just going to, you know, zero him out per se. Hell, even 0151 has said stuff that, you know, would definitely turn some heads, make a sailor blush with shame. But, you know, it just, when people do that, then you have to go back and edit shit out that they said. You actually have to cut it using the internal editor. Then when you re-upload that video, again, even if you just cut out 1 second out of that live stream, guess what happens? The chat replay is no more. It's gone. And a lot of people go to these live streams so they can see the chat replay. It's part of it. I mean, you'll have two different, like, collinear conversations going on there with the chat and the panel. No one comes to your channel. I'll stop by and say hi sometime. But remember, I mean, I work a lot, so I'm not on here a lot like I used to be. My job has really gotten busy, and it's only getting busier. And I don't see that for changing, unfortunately, for a little while. So we'll say for the foreseeable future. And that's kind of why you don't really see me on anywhere. Even my own channel, more often than not, is because of that. It's nothing personal with people on here, for the most part. It's just, you know, me just being busy with life, working. Abe, it used to preserve comments in the replay, even if timed out, up to the timeout for channel owners only, but they stopped that. Yes, that is correct, Brian King. You are absolutely right on that. There was a time where the channel owner could, or I think the channel owner and the mods, if I was not mistaken, or maybe it was just the channel owner, could see that chat replay, and it is no longer more. When it says message deleted, it means message deleted and gone. So when you go back to a couple years ago on the channels that are still out there, channels that I ventured to, that I was getting timed out relentlessly on, those people that did that, obviously they either didn't care then as they don't care now, or maybe they figured because of how it used to be, where the channel owner would have the chat replay, erased any trace of me being there, any sign of like life with me, unless a comment of mine that was actually from me, and out of the bajillion sock accounts that people created of me, that is to say, came on, then no, those comments are gone, and they're definitely gone forever. Anyways, guys, I am at my undisclosed location destination. Shout out to Dick Cheney's everywhere. And I gotta go. But anyways, I do want to thank you guys for hanging out. Those of you that did, and shout out to the replay crew, for sure. I won't be going live on anytime soon. Estonia. I have a friend who's from Estonia. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I do have a friend who lives in Estonia who I met in person. I met him in person. Amazing. Isn't that something? John Henzo's in the house. Hey, have a good one, Hebrew. Brian King, Crafty Cat 77. And did I say Brian King out there? You too, you also. But yeah, guys, get out there, touch some grass, enjoy life for what it is, because life is short, and we are not promised. I don't mean to be a gloom and doom kind of guy, but we're not promised the entire day, let alone tomorrow or the next day or the next day. There's no guarantees in this life. And we only have but one to live, unless you believe in reincarnation. Some people do. Is it true? I don't know. Maybe for octopuses, other exotic creatures of the sea, but that's not us. So that's not us. Anyways, guys, do take care. Remember, the small YouTuber always hedges their bets. And all things being equal, all good things must come to an end. To Vegas Vips out there, heal up. I'm sure you're gonna feel some. I'm sure that guy's gonna be bruised, pretty bruised up here. He'll be feeling that in the morning, right? Here, look at the clock, man. Wherever you may be, it's the morning somewhere. And that parting is such sweet sorrow. You once had a pet blue ringed octopus. Very interesting. What size aquarium would that thing fit in? Or is it a smaller creature? Is it like of the sea? Oh, all right. 8:30 p.m. Friday where I am. TGIF to you. Oh, TGIF to everyone. It is Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. 97 ZOK. That was an old radio station back home. That's where I got that from, actually, believe it or not. And remember, people, you guys, some of you OGers would remember this. Man who once said that the most loyal number of Elvis Presley fans were from Rockford, Illinois, on the American Top 40. Remember to keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. That is Casey Kasem. Shout out. All right. Anyways, God, I remember him on Saved by the Bell. He appeared on a couple of those episodes. I know somebody that met him in person and had another connection to them. They weren't related to them in any way, shape, or form, but let's just say they kind of worked with them. Isn't that interesting? Anyways, just like I used to know Art Bell a little bit from Coast to Coast AM. I had several emails with him, and I used to hear him on the shortwave radio bands. Even talked to him once. I think once on the radio. Used to hear him get on there quite a bit though. But anyways, I did know him just a little bit. Not a whole lot. It's not like we used to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or snacks in between. But I did know him. He did know of me, and it's interesting out there in Pahrump, Nevada. Anyways, guys, that's where 0151 is from. Boy, is he still on a lot of people's shit lists lately? Probably still is. Does he care? Probably not. Anyway, we're land. And I transition from virtual reality to actual reality. All right, guys, take care. Ta-ta. See you later, bye.
Bell. Because you're lying fuck.